Hello and good morning. How are y'all? I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. You found the right place, and this is like the right time.
Is it though?
It is. And we're the right side.
So loud on a Monday morning.
It's so loud. The coffee has not hit splashdown yet. So.
Come on, man.
But it's Monday, the day before Election Day. And you know what a lot of people say? Hallelujah and amen. We're sick of hearing all the ads, talking to all the people, blah, blah, blah. But the reason this all matters is because of days like Saturday that happened in Montgomery. But we'll get there later.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Okay, so we have Yammer. We have the montage. We just have the daily mayhem that a Monday provides. And then the rest of the week, which is going to be fantastic. But first, how was everybody's weekend? It's good? Yeah.
I actually had a great weekend. We had so much fun. This is going to be bad to follow. Jared was out of town.
Mm-hmm.
We had so much fun. Jared was out of town.
What did you do?
Those two don't correlate. Well, Jared was off playing golf.
Where?
He was at Valhalla.
Wait, really? No way. That's so cool.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Valhalla.
Okay. So yeah, he was there for 4 days. But what's funny is I was taking like my kids, my two older kids, and some of their, I was tagging along with their lake weekend. And so when Jared was leaving, he's like, I really don't want to go. I'm kind of having FOMO about the lake. And I'm like, what are you talking about? But we had so much fun. It's always a treat. And you know this, when you get to hang out with your kids that are older, like they all have their own lives. I can't imagine. None of them are married yet. None of them have kids. But like, I can't imagine what it's like when that happens. So for everybody to be there, and then it's like all their friends that they played like Little League baseball with are still together. But then one of Connor's friends is about to have a baby and one just got engaged. So it's kind of fun and weird at the same time. But I just drove in this morning and that's why I have a hat on.
That's when it's going to be a great show though.
Yeah. Because the filter's gone.
Oh,
if there ever is one.
Yes.
But Abs, how was your weekend? Did you miss us?
Yes.
We missed you.
Wait, she paused.
I missed y'all.
She had to think about it.
No. It's like, because then I had a blast with my kids and my family. But also you see so many things that you're like, wait, I need to tell Allison and JP about that.
Do you write them down?
No,
you should keep a note.
They're in my brainicle. We had a blast. Little kids at the beach, you forget the epitome of joy.
Oh.
You get in the car and they're immediately at the Circle K at our intersection down here.
Yeah.
Are we at the beach yet? No, darling girl, seatmate of mine. We're not at the beach. It's going to take a while. We finally make it to that last grocery store run before you get out there. We get to the house, which Chris Shaver, thumbs up, 10 out of 10, highly recommend what he found for us. And it was sunshine and smiles and look, I'm going to build a sandcastle. Like all the things at the beginning of the weekend, hated going in the water. By the end, thought it was fabulous. And then like little babies in swimsuits and they're chubby,
chunky little legs,
fat legs. But those little fat legs would touch the water and boing, like a frog leg, because May is no, thank you.
I bet it was kind of cold.
No, actually cold for a second. And then you stood there and I wasn't going to go in the water because I was tired on day one already because we're in the sun. But then the 19-year-old waves me down from the house.
Yeah, she does.
Come on. And I'm like, I was really about to take a nap. But when the 19-year-old says, come get in the water with me and my girlies, you go. Mm-hmm. And we had a ball. Same as you. Just thank you, God, that my kids want us to tag along, they want to hang out. And then Emmy and Ben are so cute. And then they all went out to dinner on Saturday night. We kept May. I am not the baby whisperer. Chris is, but it's okay. I'm fun. And so it was delightful to be together. Already started looking for a house for next year. We are usually a Florida people. We have gone back to I grew up going to Alabama beaches, and it was delightful and very fun, and sad that it's over. But here we are. And we're going to do a great week. Woo! And clearly I missed the I got the power video. And then I missed JP's very pointed killer op-ed.
I don't know if we want to talk about that one. We'll get our tires.
The target.
Look.
Whoop-pow! That's how that went. Because I'm watching it. I'm watching the funny video. Then I'm reading the op-ed. And then I'm watching what's happening on Saturday. And I'm like, well, there's a lot to talk about when we get back on Monday. So.
What were your thoughts from outside? I do wish you were here when we were filming the video.
It was so funny.
Like JP and I don't even know how to describe it. The creative juices were flowing and we had so much fun.
Yeah.
And we just kept going. Either Ab should never go out of town again, or we have to do this when she's here next time.
Yeah.
Because it was fun.
Well, like we had the concepts of a video, but literally 95% of it was on the spot of like, wait, we gotta do that, and then we record it and go, what should we? Oh, wait, you gotta say. It was so like impromptu, and it was so perfect.
I love improv. So that's just the way it goes.
And most of this were just one take.
Yes,
we didn't have long. We were like, okay, say this, okay.
Yeah.
And somehow JP's a genius. He put it together. But I hope everybody knows that basically the treehouse is the world. Did y'all see on my story? Did y'all see the location I added to my story when I shared?
No.
Did you add the top of the Alabama Power Building?
That would have been perfect.
No, I'm just the power.
The power.
Oh, obviously.
No, it was all from Davos, Switzerland.
Oh,
That's even better.
obviously. Oh, darling.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Darling.
If y'all don't know what we're talking about, you got to go to our social media and watch the video, because Allison is the power, if you didn't know, and
I
Alabama
am the
politics.
power.
Yeah. So she can hold up Electra. Ha ha. There we go.
Yeah, I'm glad you added back in the thriller. That was perfect.
Yeah, that's a good way to
That's just funny.
I made like 7 edits because I was at a wedding this weekend, and so Friday we did it. I edited it, and then we made like 3 changes. I go to the rehearsal dinner, and I get back from the rehearsal dinner, and I'm still thinking about the video, and I rewatch it, and I'm like, oh, there's still. And I think I made edits twice that night, and then 7:00 Saturday morning, I made more edits for putting it out. Like I don't know what, like that.
But you love that
Yes,
stuff.
I do.
Like that's what
it was so fun.
you excel. You got to see Phil this weekend.
I did.
How is the Phil Williams?
He is ready. He is allegedly, and this is his own words. He said allegedly the vote to confirm him will be today. So,
because I saw that they like with sweeping unity confirmed a bunch of people.
I saw him as I asked him if that was it. He goes, that was the procedural vote. And then they decided to wait till Monday to do the actual.
Sure they did.
But no, he was good.
Bless him.
The plot side of the family, the 13 cousin side of the family, I knew the wedding was going to be packed, but then when you have an Alabama sorority girl and an Auburn frat guy who just graduated college 2 weeks ago.
Oh shoot.
I knew it was going to be packed. I walked into the reception and I stood and I saw, and I literally said audibly, I go, oh my word. There were over 250 people there in the big reception area. And plus my cousin went to my high school. She was a year between me and my sister. And so all of my high school coaches and high school football teammates were there, which is cool.
So
but also there's part of me that like, there's some coaches I like to see. And there was one in particular I really wanted to see, but then there's others I'm like, but
really?
It was fun. Yeah.
Well, we all had big weekends. And what?
Is that true? Excuse me. We're
What?
just gonna do.
Hold on.
We're just
Yeah, don't
looking.
worry about it. So we have what are we doing today? We're gonna yammer.
We're gonna yammer. Okay, we gotta come up with a fun way to preview tomorrow. And I don't know if we want to do predictions of races or not, but we need a preview tomorrow. Talk about literally the nationwide Democratic convention was in Montgomery this past weekend, it seemed like.
Wait. Yeah, and that's so stupid. So is it true they had to bus everybody in?
Yeah, it was Cory Booker, AOC, Presley, Terry Sewell, obviously, Doug Jones, like the entire Democratic like top was there pretty much.
And what was their point? To just be annoying?
Well, they marched the same march, obviously, from the bridge to make it seem like this is 1960s again, Alabama. That's their whole shtick. So
did it work? You think anybody
no
caught on?
I don't think it worked. I mean, it did as much as a No Kings protest normally does.
I guess we can't do this for Yammer.
It's in the montage, so we can talk about it.
Okay, we can talk about it.
But
okay, I have many thoughts.
Do we have a word of the day? Do we have a Gen Z word of the day?
Do Gen Z word of the day.
Because I was with a bunch of Gen Zers, and I'm trying to think if they said anything. I don't think I heard anything crazy.
I just learned a word, but now I've blocked out the word. So let me look for the word of the day. And JP, let's see. We have word of the day. Let's see here. Oh, I like this word.
Y'all both said ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Is that good ooh or bad ooh? Is that good sick or bad sick?
This is good sick. All right, listen.
All right, let's go.
This is the word that describes what we have been blanked. And this means
bamboozled.
No.
Duped.
When it comes to the 2020 election and we were dismissed as dingle dips and dummies and conspiracy theorists, and yet now they have evidence that proves to the contrary that indeed it was rigged and stolen. That means everybody who said, hold up, wait a minute.
Vindicated.
Yes.
Vindicated.
Woo! Vindicated. Kind of like conversations we all have where we're like, we know we're right. And then somebody comes along and they validate it. And you're like, I'm vindicated. I'm vindicated. That word. That's a good word. Okay. That's our word for the day, guys.
That's a really good one, actually.
We need to use that word a lot.
Fitting today.
Yeah, it is. Fitting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, do we know what we're doing tomorrow night?
We've been invited to two.
Yeah. Well, I kind of feel like, anyway, we can talk about that off air.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there'll be lots of fun things happening tomorrow.
What you got, JP? What you got?
This is a good one. Blank is used to something cool, dope, or awesome. If you're blank-ing something, so the word ing someone, it means you're hyping them up or giving support.
Gassing.
What?
Did I get it?
How does she know? What?
Because I spent all weekend with a bunch of kids.
For example, I got into the college I want. Person 2, that's gas. Or if, I'm gassing Allison up off air about how we need to make a video about how she's the power of Alabama. Like I'm gassing her up. Those are both the
That's
terms
funny. In my home, gas is a reason to visit my husband.
That's good.
I got it. I thought, got him.
Got him.
So funny.
I thought you're
See, now y'all know the real D's Nuts reference.
Yes. D's Nuts.
Boy. That's so funny.
Man.
People need to know. Like, you get all. It's true. But never mind.
Somebody said we should have titled the video I did, The World According to D's Nuts.
That part 2 can be that.
Part 2.
Yeah. Part 2. The sequel. Sequel to the power. All right. So how about let's take a quick tour around Twix.
Yeah, let's do Twix for about 5 minutes.
And then go to Yammer.
I didn't know. Are we going to start Twixing and yammering?
Well,
I
just
think
depends
we have
on the
extra
day.
time.
from day to day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Monday is a good day to do it. See what's trending after the weekend.
Okay.
Hold on, let me share my screen here. Oh,
What?
y'all, did y'all see this video?
Oh,
What
gosh.
video? I'm
Wait,
looking.
no, we need StreamYard. You're not looking.
Dang
You're
it.
on the wrong
I'm
one.
sorry. I was just very excited about what he said.
Okay.
Oh.
Two Navy Growler jets collide midair.
Yes, I
Iowa.
did see that.
So if y'all
Yes.
hadn't seen the video, this video is
Ooh.
crazy.
Oh,
Gives me-
dang.
Wait. There we go.
Watch the ejection.
Oh, dear
Look
Lord.
like
Oh,
I don't know why, but seeing the ejection like is so cool. Like okay. But it's almost like it's like straight out of a movie. Like you just see them all four. They ejected at the same time.
All right. I have questions. Question number one: how does that happen? Like,
know.
are you like, you just don't see them?
or were they doing a maneuver and then they couldn't like
So-
love
Like, were
bugs
they
unattached?
supposed to be?
No, so I guess the guy on top didn't see the guy on bottom, and they literally just kind of hugged together.
Oh,
Okay, and so then they're
no.
stuck together, and then they're like, okay, imagine if you eject, but then you get stuck underneath the
Oh,
falling
no.
plane.
Oh, no.
Like, I don't know how one of them didn't get. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, the parachute will bring you
parachute
up.
physics took them up.
yeah, but you could,
You could have.
as
Right.
that thing's twisting and turning, you could up into the.
Yeah. Oh, it's horrifying. It's absolutely horrifying.
And then what if you come down and land in the flames?
Oh, Allison. Allison.
I'm
The
sorry,
worst case.
You are like,
Debbie Downer.
yes, they're
Okay.
alive.
they
Look,
are.
That's enough.
They're all alive.
They're alive.
Can you steer a parachute? Like, do you have
can
handlebars?
pull.
I don't know about
apparently,
those, but
from Mission Impossible, you can, obviously.
I don't know about those ones, but the skydiving ones, yeah, you can.
Because that's the other thing you could do.
See,
is-
look, they're going down in that black smoke.
I'm sure you can steer. I'm
Look.
sure because they're maneuvering.
Oh wait, they're
moving.
kind of like out of the way.
I just
themselves.
Let me see it to the end.
no.
Let me see him hit the ground.
Gosh. Glad they're
That's where it
alive.
stops.
Oh shoot. Okay, fine. Well, that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
A whole lot of money. That's a good one to talk about. Are we going to talk
This
about
one?
that? Is that in the?
Oh, it's not in the montage, but yes, we do need to talk. Like this, the Massey race is. Well, I think it's already become the most expensive primary race in our nation's history. But it is like the allegations that are all came out at the same time about Massey. Boebert is now supporting Massey. Like you talk about a pure split in the Republican Party is all in this
Mhm.
race. Like you got the extremely pro-Trump supporting. I couldn't even tell you. This is the thing. I couldn't even tell you Massey's opponent's name off the top of my head. He is such just a warm body.
Ed Galarian.
Yeah, he won't show up to any debates. He won't do anything.
Galarian.
He's using AI
Gallerin.
in his ads because he won't actually voice over the ads. Like it is so bad. I couldn't even. So, but yeah, we do need to talk about it because this race determines. You know, we talked about the split of MAGA and Massey kind of being at the middle of it. Whoever wins this race will kind of be the victory of the split of MAGA. Like if the Adelsons and the others can flood a Kentucky race like this and win against somebody like Massey, like that is a huge precedent moving forward. So yeah, we can talk about it.
And then how about underneath that? There was one more story.
Wait, I have more to say about that real quick.
Go ahead.
Donald Trump has made it his mission to take out Lauren Boebert now.
Yeah.
And I think, y'all, I hope Thomas Massey kicks Ed's tail pipe. Like this is politics and I get it. But I hope they give Donald Trump the biggest middle finger here because he is being bullied so bad. Like, anyway, I just think it is bizarre how strong they're going after him. Now Lauren Boebert, MTG, Rand Paul. Like, if you have it is beginning, and it dawned on me this weekend. There's some parts of Donald Trump that I'm starting not to like. And it's really, really not pretty. And what he did to Katie Britt, like that's mob boss kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a whole
You disagree?
discussion. Well, do you want to say? Do you want to do it now, or do you want to save it for a later discussion?
No, I can do it now. I think that we are, even it, I think relates to the Saturday rally and people losing power and people. This is the political world we live in. It's not fair. It's ugly. It's nasty. We slit our own throats to get ahead. I don't know who's going to get ahead, but this is the world we live in. We are godless, and this is where we're living. This is what we've got. And I don't know how that's going to turn out, but none of it's fair. None of it's pretty. And it could make you super cynical, but I think lends itself to even more reason why we all have to be involved and we can't quit, because the crazies are going to win. You pick what side the crazies on. That's up to you. But I think it's an impetus to stay involved, because then you watch the crazy on Saturday and you're like, oh my gosh, it makes you want to throw in the towel. That's where my heart is I'm like, oh, really? But I think it's a kick in the seat to really stay involved and understand that, yeah, there's plenty of stuff I can't stand about Trump. When he's good, he's really good. When he's bad, he's awful. There's no in between with that guy. He's hot or cold to me. And, but it's just the world that we're in. And it's always been ugly. We were listening to some history pods on the way back. It's the way it's always been. And sometimes it comes into control and sometimes it's not. But I don't really, like, I'm okay on Thomas Massey. I've never been a big Thomas Massey fan, but like Republicans, what are you doing to each other? That's what why do we always do this? This is my problem. Why? And then you're going to act like, okay, we're all friends on Wednesday. Let's go to dinner. Like nothing happened.
No, I would be okay with that, actually. I think I don't
I'd
really
be okay
care.
with it if we talk about it.
Right. I don't care about, it's not that it's Thomas Massey, whatever, take him, leave him, whatever you like. But the right now is turning into the left in some sense. If you don't agree with me and support me
Amen.
in everything you do, then you are my enemy. That we always said that was what was so wrong with the left.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're kind of doing the same thing. Like, we can't disagree on anything, or we'll take you out to the tune of $45 million or something stupid like that.
On a Kentucky District 4 race, and that's, we need to yammer, but this is a discussion we need to have.
Okay. All right, Dan.
Yammer.
Okay.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Today I'm going
Tuesday.
Today I'm going to make a sound effect, and it'll be something like this. Yammer.
That's good. Hey, did you know that there's a race on Tuesday?
What?
Tuesday.
Did you have any idea that all the
News to
ads
me.
you've been seeing are going to come to a conclusion? Oops, except for in some of the districts. And that's not going to happen until the end of the summer, near my birthday. Did y'all know that?
Yeah, this is news to me.
I mean, shock. It's a race tomorrow, and a lot of them end.
Did y'all see the video Kay Ivey put up encouraging people to vote?
No, was it sad?
Was it AIK Ivy?
No, it could have been. But Alabamians. She's like a female Bill Clinton at this point. Alabamians, I need you to go vote May 19th. Get out, show your voice. Express your support. It was embarrassing. Yeah. But that's her. That was her video this year of encouraging people to vote May 19th.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I got. I just, in case y'all forgot. There's a race tomorrow. I mean, there's an election tomorrow.
To kick off the election, did you know there was a Pray for Our State gathering at Alabama Republican Party headquarters today?
Really?
Yeah, where top officials and faith leaders will get together and pray before the votes tomorrow. Special guests include Alabama Speaker of the House Nathaniel Ledbetter, Senate President Pro Tem Garland Gudger, Mobile Pastor Travis Johnson, and several members of Trump's Faith National Advisory Board. They're going to pray.
That's cool. I did see the nationwide prayer event in DC, and one of Rubio's partner is in the montage. But stuff like that gives you a little bit of hope. What?
I have many things to say about that. It's okay.
Oh yeah.
We need all the prayers we can get. So
we do.
I ship it.
I ship it. That's another good.
That's a good one.
That's a real good one.
Ship will be tomorrow.
Let's see. Jared Isaacman, who is what's his exact?
He's the head of NASA.
Yeah, the head of NASA. He spoke with 256 Today, which is part of Yellowhammer News.
Shut up.
Talking about Huntsville and the Marshall Space Flight Center, how it's going to be central moving forward to bringing humans back to the moon and eventually to Mars. He said that the Marshall's growing role in next generation propulsion, lunar missions, and the technology is expected to shape the next era of spaceflight during his visit to open the new Inspiration for Skills Training Complex Center at Space Camp on Friday. So he was in Huntsville this last weekend.
Space Camp.
Do you think he's going to let us get in a simulator someday?
We can totally go into
That'd be
Space
fun.
Camp.
Yeah.
Am I the only one here? We've talked about this before, but did y'all go to Space Camp? I know you did.
I went to a tour in the 6th grade.
Subject.
Okay. But this one, please somebody let her go to adult space camp. It's all she wants. I would like to get into one of those, flight simulators, please.
You'll throw up.
Okay. I it takes a lot to make me yak. You think
Like the ones where you go round and round, or is it like is that what you do?
Those
I don't
are
know.
fun.
I want
like
to. I
that.
want to do a flight simulator, please. It's good.
I'll let you go in there.
Thank you.
You know the space where you get in the at Disney where you get in the thing.
Oh yes, that
Oh god, the claustrophobia.
is that real?
Oh, it's so bad, and you just want to get out. And I have a feeling you'll feel that way, and then you'll throw up.
Well, there's
Cool.
roller coasters at the Space and Rocket Center too. There's the G-Force one where it's like and you're against the wall. And then it's called Space Shot. It's like a free fall, and you fall.
Oh, that's so fun. See, I like her optimism. She said I'm going to throw up. And do you know why I'm throwing up? Because she believes we're actually going to make it there.
We're going.
Woo!
All right, y'all. We'll be back with the montage and some news.
Come back to the right side. And let's be honest, this is the moment you've tuned in for, isn't it? I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair. JP's keeping us together today behind the scenes, but we're thrilled and honored to be joined by Speaker of the House, Nathaniel Ledbetter, and Chairman of the Alabama Republican Party and Representative Scott Hagan from Hartselle, Rainsville, right?
Yeah, that's
You're
right.
Rainsville.
I'm Rainsville.
You're Hartselle.
It's good to
Okay.
be here.
I wish we had more time to tell you that my dad used to moonlight at the hospital there, and I got to spend the night in the little call room. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's safe to say a lot has happened over the last couple of weeks, and this might not be what people expected, is the two of y'all sitting down right here with us. Talk us through how we got here.
Well, certainly good to be here with you guys. Thank you for having us, and certainly good here to be with the new chairman of the party. And Scott and I have had a lot of discussion over the last week since he's got elected, and he certainly has my full support. I think he's going to do a really good job, and look forward to his leadership. And I think he can bring the party together in a way that maybe somebody else couldn't. So I congratulate him on that position.
Yeah, it's an honor to be here. Thank you guys for having us on. I think it's an exciting moment from here for Alabama with the House of Representatives, our caucus, and the party coming together, and looking forward to the work that we're going to have going in the future. And it's exciting for tomorrow.
Talk to us real quickly about the party for now. Does it feel united behind you? Are you feeling good about where you're going and how everybody is lined up behind you?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have already hit the ground running. Matter of fact, yesterday we had a meeting with all the county chairmen, kind of seeing what their needs are and what's working, what's not working. So we're literally starting from the bottom, working our way up. But the biggest thing is a team, like we have with our caucus, working as a team, and then we're going to unite that gap between the party and the legislature for us to work together, because we're all Republicans, right? So I think it's going to be a very interesting, unique situation. I'm looking forward to it.
Talk to us, if you would please, sir, about the caucus and where everybody is right now and what you guys would like to do over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think the caucus is in a good position. I mean, we had a very good meeting last week, and we just need to go forward. That's what we told the caucus, and now's the time to move forward. And they're doing that. We'll have some strong legislation coming up today. The closed primary passed out of the committee, so we'll have it on the floor Thursday. That's a speaker's pick. I'm going to pick it for Thursday. So we'll get to see it on the floor. So I think we got a lot of good legislation out there, some of it in the Senate that we've passed through the House, some of it vice versa. So certainly got to get the budgets out. Passed the ETF off the floor last week. Look to get the general fund the week after spring break. So we'll kind of finish up some things we got going, but it's going well. I think the people out there will be proud of the work together with the House and the Senate and with the governor's office. So we hope to continue that and look forward to finishing up strong.
I'm curious, this question is for both of y'all, so you'll have to pass the mic back and forth, but whoever wants to answer it first, how do you view what is the proper role and partnership between the caucus and the party? There's been lots of debate about that, how much influence each should have going forward. How do you feel about the relationship?
Well, I will say, Scott and I have talked about that already, and he's got an idea that I support of getting me and the pro tem and the governor-elect together and sitting down and looking at some bills that we can all agree on. I don't think we've ever done that before, Scott, and I think it's a smart idea and gets us all on the same page. And I think that's being really proactive and trying to choose legislation that not only the party would like, but the people of Alabama.
Yeah, really excited about next quadrennium and next session. Just to see us come together and work together as a team, because we're all Republicans. We have the same beliefs, right? So having that with legislation and party coming together, and hopefully, the bill package that we present to the governor, pro tem, and the speaker, we get that through, and we're really going to have like a Republican Day at the Capitol, and we're going to have all the state executive members there, and that night hopefully celebrate. And it's going to be a celebration for Republicans throughout the whole entire state, and I'm looking forward to it. So, and as far as our caucus members go, they're Republicans, conservative. We're literally one of the most conservative bodies in the United States. So we're hand in hand moving forward.
Speaker Ledbetter, this question is for you. We kind of talked to some people because over the past few weeks, there's been a lot of discussion about leadership. There's been some transitions about some of the, asking people what the main complaints against leadership or you in the speaker's office specifically. One of the issues that came up repeatedly was just the push for gambling, which I think is just kind of across the board. One person said, though, that too often the priority seems to go to bills backed by special interests or those closest to leadership rather than allowing a fair, open process where conservative priorities rise naturally. What do you say to those criticizing you?
Hello and welcome back. I'm Amy Beth. She's Allison. He is JP, and we are the Right Side. So we're about to roll into the montage, and we're all probably fighting, and I'm including all talking to you,
Fighting
various stages of cynicism over the events in the news the last couple of days and even this weekend. And we'll get to that. I have thoughts, but I just think maybe next year we should take a beach trip and do our show from the beach.
Well,
can we do that, please?
Wait, like on the beach?
Well,
beach?
I really think we need to go back to that guy who said we could go to the Floribama. And we interviewed him once,
so
and
much
we could
fun.
do a mullet toss.
John
just
McGinnis.
JP, AB, Al, like mullet toss. Our husbands are the muscle. And I think that would really help just get it all out.
I've never been to the Floribama.
It's very fun. Okay. I don't know about the food.
They do church there on Sunday mornings.
See?
Really?
And tons of people come.
That's cool.
Obviously where we need to go.
Yep.
So I'm just suggesting, I'm throwing it out there to Mr. McGinnis that I think next summer we need to, or if we go back the same week next year, that I can just call you and I can do the show from the Floribama.
I haven't been to the beach in general since sophomore year of high school
Well, you need to come with
What?
us.
for baseball.
We're super fun. And it's a blast.
I'm just so upset.
I know you are. And so I'm just trying to distract you,
You
with
are.
a fun,
You're doing
a fun
great
thought
job.
for things.
I'm gonna focus though, but
Anyway, I know it's very frustrating. And we'll see. We'll see. All right, look, JP, how about we just
how about that?
how about a cash mail side? How about that?
How about that?
Let's
Whatever.
montage, man.
For news.
We are here because a white supremacist dictator known as President Donald Trump thought he could silence us. They thought they could stop a movement. You can rig a map, but you can't rig a movement.
They're afraid of us coming together.
Oh my God.
They're afraid of us protecting one another.
We have seen this before, where some people in black robes try to deny or take away our rights.
So when you look at the seat pickup on redistricting, which is likely to happen, what is the max Republicans could pick up?
Well, this is important for us to use our voice right now, that if Alabama is only going to do one seat and not two, that could be the difference maker on whether or not Republicans keep the majority. I'd say call Governor Kay Ivey's office and your state senators and legislators.
It is no coincidence that America, from the very beginning, has occupied a unique and exceptional place in world history. Before the Christian West, most societies, and civilizations for that matter, thought in stagnant cycles, but our faith calls us outwards into the limitless darkness of the unknown. From that command came America.
When your government gives out, let's say, $7 billion to California for food stamp benefits, it doesn't know a single recipient of those food stamps. Not a one, because it's block granted to the states, and then we trust the states that they're going to police fraud themselves. We have not gotten any help from Gavin Newsom or a number of other blue states when we're trying to police to make sure that dead people don't get SNAP benefits.
So many things. All right, friends and neighbors. Could somebody help me understand what I'm missing? I mean, you've got your awesome hat on.
Oh, I bought this yesterday because it's
I love
like
it so
air
much.
conditioning. All the holes
Yeah,
even in the front.
I love it.
Yeah,
It's super cute.
thank you.
And we kind of match, even though I've got red on, but it kind of blends, it's an awesome hat.
Abs and I are the matching
Yeah,
ones
y'all
today.
are matching.
Yeah, we match,
matching.
but we all go together because we're in sync and stuff. I
Bye, bye, bye.
know you're gonna do that. All right. I just listen. I heard a guy speak this morning. I was just looking at something real quick. Principled and pleasant. This is from like 25, 30 years ago. Mike Lee posted it. And so I wish I could say this guy's name. But the end of he was 8-minute talk. He was praying, God, make us principled and pleasant, perceptive without being pompous. And yet on Saturday, what I saw was nothing but pomposity. I don't know if that's a word.
What a great word.
Can
if it
you
is.
please
But
Google
could you
search?
look up and see if pomposity is a word? And if not, put it in Google that we just
is a
invented it on
word.
the show. What?
It is a word.
All right. So nothing but pomposity. And then I just began to feel silly because remember, as we've talked about this phrase, and it started during COVID, and I used to not know what it meant. Hegelian dialectic. And you hear Hegelian dialectic over and over and over again. And it is creating the problem. And oh, look, I am the solution as well. That's a Hegelian dialectic. Like somebody riding in on a horse to save you, but then they created the ruckus in the first place that they needed to come save you from.
Kind of like the SPLC.
That girl's on fire today.
Well,
Sure.
it's the monster I bought on the way up to the show.
It-
JP, thanks for renewing the obsession.
So if
welcome.
y'all could just let me know your flavors of Monster that you like, I'm making a grocery order today. So because I saw that our friend Catherine may or may not have had some spoiled creamer,
That was so funny.
and I'm sorry about that. Anywho,
It wasn't
It was-
you. It was the little.
the
Actually,
horrible baby creamers.
No, yeah, and the box had never been open, and it said June 2026, and it was a brand new box.
Mhm.
And we were about to sit down, and she brings me her cup, and she's like, "Sinclair, look at this." And it's like floating chunks.
She said it to me first because she was standing right beside me, and she just goes, "What do you think about that?" And she showed me the cup, and I just go, "Yeesh."
Listen, I
Anyway.
probably bought the baby creamer box with the curdled creamer in it that makes your face go, ugh. And that's what I felt on Saturday.
Dumped it out.
Ugh. This is the ultimate Hegelian dialectic where we're going to come in and say our voting rights are being taken away, but we are here to fight for you. That's what that was. And yet, what do they mean when they say that? I feel silly, but I keep going over and over in my brain. What is being taken away? Because everybody still can get their ID. There's free voter ID sign up. Everybody can still go vote. There's none of the things that were there back in 1965. I feel stupid, but could somebody tell me what is being taken away that I missed?
I can tell you.
Power, prestige, control, money, influence, all gained illegally, fraudulently. I don't know. Somebody help me.
I got you, girl.
What do you got, girl?
I got you. Well, it's so funny. It's like you're so smart about all this, but you're missing the biggest, like, what is it called? The pink elephant? The white elephant?
The elephant in the room.
The elephant. The big owl in the room.
Roll Tide.
Ugh. They have never been for equality.
I was hoping you'd say that.
They have always been for equity, and they lose their one step ahead. They lose their 10-second head start, and they are flipping out because that is what they've wanted all along. Not equality. They want to beat you, and you give them the trophy before the race has even been won.
It's like
That's
kids' sports. We're not going to keep score.
Yeah.
But really, we're secretly keeping score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was hoping you'd say that.
Thank
Allison
you. You
Sinclair.
led me there. We didn't even coordinate that.
It's good.
You're good.
It was really good.
And it's just disgusting. And the worst part is that, like, the left is not getting any smarter. They're getting dumber, I think. Wouldn't you think you would see through it by now?
I also hope that you would bring that up. Yes. You would think that they would go to themselves, wait a second, if our voting rights are actually being taken away, wouldn't people come from hill and dale, hither and yon, from all parts of Alabama to meet in Montgomery to say, no, seriously, don't take our voting rights away? And instead, they had to create a problem and then bus people in from out of state, which, by the way, many of the people on the microphones who were speaking didn't even keep straight what state they were in. So wouldn't you think that the citizens of Alabama would come out if something really were to happen? And the answer is yes, because the good people of Alabama are like, we're sick of this. So you have to manufacture a crisis, bus people in. Their signs were beautiful. Funny how those are ready-made. And then they get down here.
Yeah.
But for the first time in their life, they're going to have to compete because they are bathed in this concept of equity. And actually, guys, there's nothing in this life that's fair. Especially starting, and never mind, I'm not going to go there yet. Nothing's fair. You've got to work for everything. And this is the first time in their lives for some of them, and I only mean the politicos. The rest of the Alabamians are like, yeah, we all get along. We don't know what you're talking about, except for the apparatchiks. There's Allison and I's favorite word from of old. The good little foot soldiers, the little, yes, we will do whatever you say. Take me to your leader. They're going to have to battle it out in the arena of ideas. And what they're going to find out is their ideas will fail because people are not for what they're for. Also, by the way, I learned something and I wanted to share it if I may. We were taking a walk on the beach. My husband reads all the time. I read less than him, but he reads all the time. And he said, you know, it's funny in this whole, we were watching the rally take place. He goes, you know what's really crazy is God's not for Black people. He's not for white people. He's not for Asians. He's not for Indians. He's not for any of that. He is for the people who seek him, which takes all the air out of the room. He is for the people who seek him. And so I think it's funny that the people who ended up in Montgomery started out, many of them are the ones that were in Selma, they started out at a church. And I just need to ask them, because apparently they still can't see through it. How is it that you are starting out in a church and you're for every single thing that God is against? That's the other part that really I wonder about.
Yeah. And honestly, my main takeaway from it was how insulting is it to the African Americans, and not just Montgomery, but in the South, because you got these Cory Bookers, these AOCs, and Yaima Presley, and they come down, and it's almost like they're speaking down to you of like, you need to rise up and get out of those chains that the white man in Alabama holds you in. Like, it's such a, we got to come down and tell the lesser than blacks of Alabama that you are being, you need to stand up and fight, because it's like they want to keep them at the level that they were in 1965, because that's what's best for them. Because if they don't have a reason to come down and say, you are being oppressed, you are being, held down, then they have nothing. They have no rallying cry, because like you said, their ideas themselves are so bad that they have to implement the victimhood mentality on African Americans in the South, because that if they don't have that and they actually start to think, policy wise, they're going to lose. But it's just insulting, because you get these AOCs and the Bookers who get on their private jets from DC and they come down to Alabama just to be like, you guys are being oppressed. And then they go back, and it's like, that they don't view them as on an equal, playing field.
How can they be oppressed if they're flying in on private jets?
Well, right. And I don't even know if they were, but you know what I mean.
No, it's their favorite phrase.
Yeah. So,
but what I want to know is for y'all, because I'm cappuccino. I did go get myself dark enough to be taken seriously.
You're about 75.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Maybe I'm not a flat white anymore. I'm cappuccino. Maybe you throw in a little extra espresso, like I'm a triple shot espresso. But white people, because if we're going to be dumb and go based on skin color, which God doesn't even do, what does that make you feel like when you're constantly told you're the oppressor, you're holding people down? Like, what does that make you? What does that do to you when you're watching that? What do you think?
I think somebody grow some gumballs. Like, what are you doing? Why are you? If somebody came in and talked to me that way, I mean, I'm a little East Tennessee scrappy, I know, but like, that is so offensive to me. And I do not know why people do not see it that way. I just don't understand. It's like if you're a parent and your child wants to try out for the basketball team, and you're like, yeah, they've never played basketball before, but you're like, yeah, you should totally try out. And you know what? I'm going to slip the coach about $100 bill because I don't think you can make it on your own, but you should totally go out for the team. You're not good enough, but I'm going to find a way for you to make it on the team. What? Like, that's so offensive. That's so wrong. And think about, in theory, how defeating that would be as a child. Like, wait, my mom doesn't even believe in me. Like she doesn't even think I can even practice and be good. She doesn't even think I have a chance. But this entire group of people is like, yeah, give me more because I can't do it on my own. I don't get it. Am I wrong?
No.
Okay.
I think that's spot on.
But unless, so what would be the reason for that? Because you just don't want to put in the work?
Do you think there's a point at which you have so bought in, and think about it, our little classrooms are, Saul Alinsky factories with DEI, CRT, SEL. I'm sorry, but that's what's happening. So from knee high to a grasshopper up now, everybody's taught you are a victim and the white man is the only people, and white women, that those are your oppressors. And so I think you've bought into it. You've drenched yourself in the lie, and you can't see any other way because the lie is the only way you can succeed or exist. And the idea of stepping out on your own is so terrifying, because honestly, this is the part, this is outrageous. But it is, and it's been said, I've heard Vince Everett Ellison, one of my favorites, speak out. And I think Carol Swain has intimated some of these things, but I'm just seeing it really painfully today, is that the new slave master are those black politicians telling you you are still in chains.
Yep.
100%.
And that hurts. Like, it hits different. It hurts.
Does the black half feel it today?
Yeah, because of what you said. My mom doesn't really think I can make it on my own. Like, that, you read it, you listen to it, you see it. We watch the documentaries, we educate ourselves. But really today, it is outrageous that we are still having these conversations. Equally outrageous. And it's equally outrageous that we have people in leadership. Oh, now I'm meddling.
Keep going.
People in leadership, I'm sorry, with respect, who are still with the maps we're doing. Oh no, I am the least racist. We'll give you one. Look at me. I'm virtuous. I'm the least racist of the bunch.
It's a terrible time to have to sneeze.
Sure.
And so you've got fear, like, really motivating everything. And so it's a proving game now where maybe they want to do something different, because if you really look at it for the good of the people of the state and you take race out of it, which we should, that's unconstitutional, it's undignified, it's offensive. And you take that all away and you're only left with policies, then you have to go dig into what everybody's district looks like and who's actually suffering and which policies are best for the flourishing of Alabamians. Who's best? Somebody who tells you can't and you always need my help, or somebody who says, no, you can, and here are the tools you need, go do it. But right now, we've got all this coupled with a group of individuals with respect who, in my view, are trying to look the least racist by going, but we'll just leave one seat. Just one. I'm not bad.
But
I'm not like all those other white people.
It's all under the guise of it's needed because white people are inherently oppressing you. So that is the reason why it's like, well, you can't be on equal ground, because if you are, the white man will just oppress you. But the key is that the white men or the legislators, they listen to it and they cower to it. And so you give it power because you're scared of it. So if you could actually stand firm and say, that's actually not true, and then the whole thing, the whole facade falls, because it's obviously not true. We know it's not true, but you give the lie power because you cower to it and you let it have power over you. So that is the whole, the way the lie exists is because they convince them that white people inherently oppress black people in this nation. So that's why they have to do it. But until the white people say that's actually not true and do something about it against it, then the facade will continue. We'll keep seeing marches in Montgomery. We'll keep seeing this, and it will live on if we give that lie any more power with fear.
We're just a bunch of enablers. It's really sad. I think it goes back to, we just don't really want to take the time or have the energy to deal with it.
That too.
Seems exhausting. So let's just let them stay where they are. We'll be right back. Agenda of leadership, because if you look, you have passed some really conservative things over the past quadrennium.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the record of this last quadrennium, I mean, it doesn't, just look at what's been passed. There's no question this is the most conservative quadrennium this state's ever had, period. if you look at my record as Speaker and Majority Leader, it's the most conservative the state's ever had. I mean, all you got to do is look at what we've passed. You know, if it's DEI or if it's, you know, the Choose Act or whatever, which we led the charge on helping getting that passed. It was a pick. You know, and a lot of things what Scott passed, the boys and girls bathroom thing. I mean, this has been the most conservative 4 years that we've had. And as far as the special interest group, they all stay in my office and they'd know more about what they're talking about. Because there was 2 of them in there Friday that I told them no. And one of them was Alpha on an ambulance bill that I think could serve rural Alabama very well. And the same thing with Blue Cross and those people. We tell them no more than we tell them yes. And so I think people that says that need to probably work a little bit harder to figure out what is going on, and they wouldn't have to make statements like that.
So then on the heels of that question, what did it mean to have 75 members of the House, Tuberville, support you?
It's humbling. I mean, it really is. I didn't ask for that. I mean, they did that on their own. And of course, Coach has been a friend of mine for a long time. I chaired his U.S. Senate race. And so, but to have that many members and Scott being one of them that signed that document, it was very humbling. I mean, it really was. And, you know, the thing about it is, I think it's easy sometimes for people to say negative stuff about people they don't know. And the problem with that is it doesn't just affect the person you're talking about, it affects their family, you know, whether it's their grandkids or their wife or their kids. And sometimes I think we have to be mindful of that. So, you know, to see after on the backside of it, to see that and to see our members come together and support me, it's really, really humbling.
It's hard. It is hard being on the outside. You know, we're not privy to a lot of the discussions that are had in the halls, and hopefully this can be kind of a transition point of inflection for Alabama, for the legislature, for the party, for the people. And that's a question I have for both of y'all. Is this a turning point for the state of Alabama? It felt a little bit like crossing the Delaware. We were like, oh, we're in new territory. And then being here today, I mean, this is huge to see y'all sitting down together, kind of tackling this head on. I know the people of Alabama will appreciate that. But moving forward, and you mentioned a little bit plans to open up discussions. What can you expand a little bit more on that? How is this different? And how are we going to put this behind us?
Yeah, so I mean, our caucus has always been together, right? So we are a team. We're kind of like an executive session when we're in caucus. So the things that we discuss and things we talk about are with us and our team. As far as moving forward in the future, I think, you know, with the party members of ALGOP and then our caucus, I mean, once again, we're all Republicans. We're all on the same team. Some of us serve at a different capacity than others. Some are more vocal than others in the party side. And we've got to respect different personalities. Y'all just had Ernie Yarbrough on the show for crying out loud. He's a different personality, right? So he is very passionate about his beliefs. And you just got different. It's like a family, you know. You've got different personalities in your family. And I think moving forward, I'm extremely excited about tomorrow. I really am, because I think it's going to be something that our state has never seen before. The leadership in this body and then also leadership in our party, we are literally going to bridge that gap that literally we have never seen before. And I just cannot wait till it happens.
So staying with you, sir.
Oh, okay.
Just real quick. Sorry.
So we're going to be sure and get you a smaller microphone.
That's okay.
The only thing that would have made it better is like a little fuzzy dice, you know, making it look like that.
I think it's supposed to sit on top of it.
It is. And
can y'all not afford those either, man? Come on.
We can. This turned around so quickly, and we're so glad to be here that you gotta, you know, we're making do.
Yes.
Okay. These are awesome. I've always wanted these little lapel mics. I'm just saying. Why did you want to run for ALGOP chairman?
Yeah, so it never was on my radar, to be honest. I don't personally believe in titles. I believe in making an impact, the biggest impact I can. And there were certain things that took place after several phone calls and laying in bed. My wife and I were just talking about, and you know, your spouse is your best friend, and you talk about things with her. And she looked and she said, I think you would be a really good party chairman. Like, that's in your wheelhouse. And I was like, I think I would like that, and prayed about it. And honestly, once I decided to run, and literally everything was falling in place, and that's why I feel like when you're on God's path, things just naturally happen. You're not fighting against the grain on things. But that's really it. It wasn't on my radar whatsoever. And when we decided to do it, everything just literally fell in place. And I knew it was God's plan for me to do this.
I guess we touched a little bit about some of the things that under your leadership have happened in the House: tax cuts, school choice, tough on crimes law, DEI bans, transgender sports ban. Am I missing anything else?
China. You're missing a
China.
lot. Yeah. Invaded property from, yeah, absolutely.
So do you feel like some people in Alabama have lost sight in all the hubbub and all the chatter that's going on? And what are your priorities for the rest of this session? And maybe, I know y'all plan ahead. It catches me off guard every time. Like, if we're not planning 2 years ahead, y'all have beat us. You missed the...
Hi, how are you? Yeah, I did.
She wasn't here for the whole Coca-Cola and a lime thing.
What deliciousness are we talking about?
Gosh. Do you remember this, JP?
I think so.
Okay.
I
You'll have to
think
wait
so.
and find out till tomorrow.
Oh, yes, I do.
It turned into a whole thing for quilling tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait.
Because I asked some of our people that are going to be there tomorrow what their favorite tailgating drink was.
Oh, boy.
And from one respondent, I got a room temperature Coca-Cola in a glass mug with a slice of lime on the side.
Was that a man?
It was.
Mm.
And I said, on it. And they're like, just kidding. And I said, oh, no.
Oh, you don't get to pull
you
that
will
back.
have room temperature Coca-Cola with a splash of lime
That sounds gross.
in a glass mug.
Do you have a good cooler?
I do.
Okay. Why don't
I can bring that.
Okay, we're planning our quilling tomorrow, and we just have one location question.
Yeah, we may have to switch.
But
the churches don't want us.
They don't want us. They should want us most.
It is kind of a liberal church.
Well, so is
it?
mine.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, they just all act like, well, you never heard of something like this before. I'm like, well, obviously you don't know that this is what they did all the time, even back to the Roman times. They did this. Oh, except for ladies weren't allowed to vote.
Well, I'm like, they said we have to be nonpartisan. I'm like, fine, let the Democrats set up next to us. I don't care.
We don't care.
But did they not ask?
Yeah.
Can't help it if they don't ask.
Guys.
Sorry, I got a mint in my mouth.
You know what? I am just really... the jellyfish spines are really getting on my nerves. I said it. Okay.
You know, I thought you were going to say...
With respect.
I thought you were going to say something at the beach, like the jellyfish were... I thought you were going to say like you got stung by jellyfish.
No, I didn't. There were none. It was perfect water. See-through, beautiful, perfect little eddies for the baby to swim in and have fun. Emmy coaxed her into the water. And see, that's what I want to say to people is come on out here. Come out here with us. So what I got then is we'll figure out who's bringing what and you just tell me. And then I'll make a run for tablecloths and stuff. All right, you make a list.
We don't need tablecloths.
Well,
I have tablecloths.
You do? All right. I'll just load my car up with all the stuff.
Everybody just grab everything that looks fun.
Okay. I don't have a lot fun, but I'm a fun person.
Sequin hats.
I'm going to go get a fun sequin hat, though, even if Molly has to make it for me
You have
today.
to wear red, white, and blue, okay?
Okay.
JP.
Say
I'm
less.
trying to think if I have real red, white, and blue.
Does my Rolling
white,
Stones
Red, white,
shirt
and blue.
count?
Yes.
Even though the guys, anyway, it's cream red and blue.
I have a t-shirt that says
colors.
Party animals, and it's got a donkey and an elephant on it.
I am
can wear
going
that.
to look at TJ Maxx and see if they have anything.
Okay.
All right. So,
Well, if you've got any hats or anything, I will wear it.
okay, I've got an
I
American
have a
hat from my
Gulf
friend
of
Holly.
America hat.
And I've got America hat I was going to wear tomorrow.
Okay.
Because if we're outside and it starts raining, neither of us want tragic hair. You're, perfect the way you are. So we'll let you know by the end of the show where we're going to be, or just look out for socials. Okay. But now here's how this is going to go. We're going to look at your comments, listen to what you guys have to say. Then we're going to have a Thomas Massey discussion, because this was a whole huge thing when I even remember running for office in 2014. This is a very important discussion, because why is it that the Democrats always end up unified and we end up with the, "I'll slit your throat if you disagree"? This is like local, state, national. Okay, so that conversation's coming up. Then we have other news we've got to get to, like the giant thing that happened in England this weekend. And then we'll finish with our prognostications for tomorrow. Is that good? Is that gonna like a good rolling list?
Brilliant plan.
Thank you. Okay, because that was your plan. All right, comments forthwith. Go, sir.
First of all, John from Minor on the YouTube. Well, first about the JD Vance clip, he said, "If I die, does that mean I can get some snaps?" And then he also says, talking about our discussion on oppression, said, "My poor ass has never oppressed anything." So there's that from John. 2025 Theocrat, she has several comments. She says, "AOC is a mess. She doesn't speak for blacks. She's trying to use us in our past. White people are the scapegoat. Stop allowing people from other countries in our government." She then says, "I'm a black woman who is tired of the politicians play directly in our face, giving immigrants." And says, "The black people, stop allowing these politicians to get you rallied up about the past while playing in your face, selling off the land to everyone from everywhere. Praise God for America."
Can we be friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Theocrat.
Nice.
Thumbs up.
And Mark Marty says, "Well said, ladies. I'm exhausted with Democrats." He says, "Democrats."
They're exhausting.
They really are exhausting.
And they're not getting any better. Like, it's getting worse. Did y'all see squirrel sidebar? But did y'all see the interrogation in the police with the transgender male guy that killed both his parents?
What? That was very effective, actually.
Is that good?
Yeah. What happened was,
we might have to play it. I can't even describe it. The way he talks about why he killed his parents is chilling. It is the stuff Silence of the Lambs and Nightmares are made of. And it is happening all the time. It is insane. We need to look it up. I almost don't want to play it on the radio because it will stick in your brain and make you not feel good about things. I'm going to find it.
Sinclair.
But
well, we'll come back to this.
My point is the left is getting crazier and more deranged and more out of touch with reality by the day. I thought maybe they'd pull it back together.
And I think what's so offensive to me and to all of us is they do it under the guise of this social justice. But the problem is that's got nothing to do with the Bible. That's just made up so people can have power. Because what they actually believe in hurts people, like transgenderism. And like open borders and like abortion to birth and like lots of things that we don't even agree with, like porn in the libraries. And so help us understand why we should get behind that. That's not freedom. That's actually like slavery to political beliefs that are godless and are only going to take you in one direction. So let's not dress this up anymore. We'd have more respect for you if you'd stood at the microphone and said, we just want to have power. And we're afraid we're going to get it taken away from us. Just say that. Don't pretend. Because the things you're advocating for, which y'all are remarkably unified on, are horrifying to the rest of us. And it's exhausting. And it has nothing to do with God. So please stop with that too. And Republicans, we got plenty of our own problems.
And here, well, sorry, are you
No,
done?
it's okay. That's all.
I just was going to say, because as we were talking about how it's so kind of disgusting what Donald Trump is doing and what's happening with Thomas Massey and Lauren Boebert and all these people that used to be, I think even what he did to Katie Britt in the Oval Office the other day was just atrocious.
Agree.
Again, it is mob boss kind of, don't you dare go against the family, try and leave the family kind of stuff. But, and I feel like with us saying, you know, we should be unified, not take each other out, people might say we try and take other Republicans out. And I would disagree. We try to have a conversation, let other Republicans, I mean, there's a difference in between, okay, let's take the map thing, 6170. Group A says 6-1's as good as we can do. Group B says, no, we want a 7-0. We're going to speak up and cheer on our team, our 7-0 team. You speak up, cheer on your 6-1 map. That's fine. And at the end of the day, if we can talk about it, everybody do your best and whoever wins, wins. That's very different than the 6-1 people coming after the 7-0 people, trying to Tanya Harding their kneecaps and take them out politically, whatever it is, socially, silencing their voices, whether it's like threatening or blackmailing or whatever it is. That's a different game. We can have a discussion. We should have a discussion. And just because you disagree with someone doesn't mean you're trying to silence them. No, that's the way this country was built.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the founding fathers and the conventions and the Continental Congress. They all really disagreed. We almost didn't even make it here because they disagreed. But they came to the table and they listened. At the end of the day, they walked away and they're like, okay, well played. You won. I lost. Next time I'll win and you'll lose and it'll be fine. But when we get aggressive and we start playing this mob boss type game of silencing and calling out, that's where I think you really get, that's not good.
Yeah.
So
it's not healthy.
It's not healthy. And I do, and we talked about this last week in terms of candidates. And I think we did a reel on it of how we will kind of go after each other as candidates, and that just because you're for one candidate doesn't mean another candidate's bad.
Right.
And as I listened and played back that reel, I was like, it feels a little hypocritical because what we do with our elected officials is call them out. But that's what you should do.
Yeah.
They're there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
I
our
agree
job,
with that. That's the job. Like, we exist to call them out because we gave you our vote, and our vote is a compact between us, and it's an understanding. You will represent what we want, not what you want. And even if it's at odds, if it's still the right thing to do, what we want, then we expect you to do it. So I think being in office is one thing. I think running for office, because I did, and it was very painful to have people call me out and call me names and do all these. It's stupid at the end. But we can't just say, this is what this person's for and this is what this person's for, without like putting flow charts out.
Yeah.
This goes together with this, and this goes together with that and that. And so that equals evil, which is ridiculous. Or to say somebody's running and they have the wrong motives. Guess what? They can have the wrong motives. They're still running for office, and you've got to decide if you're going to vote for them or not. Like, we put so much on that versus who has the best principles. I'm going to vote with that. It's really simple, and you're right. But in the process, we do end up slitting each other's throats, and we're not for each other. We don't know how to agreeably disagree. We didn't take logic in high school. We didn't do rhetoric. We didn't do any of the things they did in the past. And so now when it comes time to, like, rubber meets the road, it's like all hell has broken loose. And that's not great. You got more comments?
Nah, I think y'all are spot on.
Okay.
Thank you.
But I think a healthy movement can handle what?
That's what Chris says all the time.
What? That's good.
Sorry.
A healthy movement can have disagreements without falling apart.
I just learned what deuce meant.
Y'all never heard deuce before?
I was two
Gotta
days
take a deuce?
ago old, and I didn't know what that meant. Go
Thank you,
ahead,
Beth.
JP.
Can I drink this?
Go ahead. Yeah, just pop it open, man. We're already
Listen,
off the
no.
rails.
Oh, you should have held it up to the microphone.
Now do it. What is it?
Too late.
CSMR, ASMR,
I-
ASMR, whatever it is.
What was I saying?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
You said a healthy
Can
movement.
you block that out?
A healthy movement can have disagreement under the umbrella, and because that's actually what is required for a healthy movement. Because that's how you, I need to find a different term.
Sorry. They need all the probiotics they can get to keep it all healthy.
Healthy movement.
Fiber
under the
helps.
Umbrella. Okay. Sorry, JP. I bet it was going to be
Sorry.
super profound.
Sorry.
What a healthy side
Thank
to your policy and your beliefs needs disagreement, because that's actually how ideas are sharpened, because they're tested and they are fought out, and that's actually how you produce the best ideas. But if one idea is the only best idea and the dissidents and the people who disagree or question are just silenced forcefully, then that's not healthy, and that's not how you win, because then one side or one argument or one piece of the party, just because of power, just because of being able to silence the other, is the prevailing part of the party, then that's that's such a propped up and fake, I was gonna say movement again. It's fake. So you need disagreement, and if you can welcome it and sharpen your ideas from it, then I'm trying not to say the word movement.
Group
of people.
I'm going to send a text real quick. You keep going.
That's
But you're right. You're right. And we're becoming what we said we hated.
Yeah.
That hurts a little bit. It's true. All right, JP.
Mhm.
What else we got?
Well, that kind of segues us into, I think, the biggest outside of Alabama nationwide election for Tuesday is this Massey race, Massey versus whatever the other dude's name is, in Kentucky, District 4.
The Biden politicking
The
Republican.
the warm body he's going against. And like, I say that genuinely, like he's not shown up to any debates. He is not doing any sort of public speaking of anything. He's letting the millions of dollars do the campaigning for him, and his ads have AI in them. Like, he's not even, like, they're AIing him on his own ads because he can't even articulate his thoughts. Like, it's embarrassing. And yet some polling has him ahead of Massey going into Tuesday. But here's the part: it's become the most expensive primary in the history of our nation. AIPAC and other pro-Israel interest groups have uncorked over $9 million in a bid to unseat Republican Rep. Thomas Massey. This is from Politico. And it says that into a super PAC, they funneled it all into a super PAC stood up by President Donald Trump, and they've spent nearly $7 million on the race. And then the overall ad spending for this race, a District 4 Kentucky congressional race, total ad spending is top $32 million.
That's dumb.
That is dumb.
And but here's the thing. So, Allison, you talked about, President Trump and his, how he's acted towards Massey, but I mean, others in general. But think about the root of what he's attacked every person with in terms of recently. Like, if you got on Trump's bad side, think about what the things you've stood for has caused that. And they all link back to one thing, whether it's the Epstein files, against the war in Iran, it all goes back to against pro-Israel views. And that, you can say that's anti-Semitic, but that's a fact. Like, I mean, sure, Katie Britt had a little brush up with Trump because of a New York Times article, but, quickly, now they seem to be good, even though he's acting like a mob boss. But you think about Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massey, Lauren Boebert now for just siding with them, Rand Paul, it's all Epstein files and anti-Iran war sentiment, and that all funnel. Who is the group that has been going against those people? It is AIPAC. It is Miriam Adelson, the Israeli donor, who has, I think she's Trump's biggest donor. I could be wrong, but she's one of the biggest. And she's the one that's leading the charge with these pro-Israel PACs that are trying to unseat Massey. So that's kind of the unfortunate, like, the donors and largely pro-Israeli are the ones that Trump is playing to so viciously and so adamantly. And that's the concerning part, because if it was something domestic, that's one thing, but it all boils down to that same group of people. And that's the troubling and concerning part of, is Trump really vying for Trump, or is he doing it for his donors who are fighting for a foreign country's best interest? That's the unfortunate part. So that this race, comes down to, can foreign lobbies like AIPAC just write however big of a check that they want to a random race in Kentucky and get what they want, get a warm body in there over Massey, and money can just buy a seat in Congress because they don't like him. Or if Massey wins, that sends a big precedent of you can't just buy seats in America because you don't like the guy. And that's why I think this race, like moving forward, this race will set a precedent either way, and it's a big one.
So how does Tim Burchett get away with being his own person?
I don't know. It's so funny you asked that because some of the kids that I was with this weekend are political as well. And we were talking about him. I was telling him that's how I got started in politics and that he's the same person he's always been. My comment at the end of the discussion was, I do not know how he is still alive.
I have a question.
Yes.
To follow that up.
Okay.
Because he is his own person. I hope that he is exactly who we would be. None of us really want to go there. But if we were, that's the kind of person you want to be. Anna Paulina Luna, same thing. Brandon Gill, same thing. Is it that they have a relationship with Trump? Because it seems like Trump starts off having relationships and then the relationships break off. So it's like scorned friendship, scorned relationship. And so these guys that are still just as independent have maintained a relationship with Trump or Trump's people. Is it part relational, or is it also part relational and it's part these people are saying things that he needs them to zip it on? And Burchett, Gill, Luna all know I'm not saying anything about those things, but the things I do speak out about, I'm going to be loud and proud.
Right. And that's the, I mean, I hate to be that guy, but has Burchett really gone out against anything anti-Israel related? Like, not really. So that may be the thing that gets you from Trump's, and that sends you down a very cynical path, but it's the truth, you know. Like Burchett can be anti, he's been so outspoken on the Epstein files and, well, not really as outspoken as Massey, but he's just in general of like predators, like they need to be shot out in the back, whatever. He's been very pro stopping stock trading from congressmen, like all that stuff. The one thing he has not really gone really that far on has been the ones that Massey and the others are on, and that has kept him safe. So that makes you wonder, what is that? Is that the path that gets you on Trump's bad list?
I think you probably, everybody in Trump's orbit, and people will tell you this if you talk to people that are close to him, he has yes men and women all around him. Like rarely do people speak up against him. And I think probably the Tim Burchetts, the Lunas of the world walk a very, very tight line of threading that needle, of pushing the boundaries and being able to be who they are. But I bet at any moment they know that they could be turned on in a second. But then like Tim, with the State of the Union, we were taking bets like of who would be, in the what was it? Who would be in the aisle and like who he would talk to.
His hand first.
Yeah. I mean, Tim Burchett is always right there. I don't know. Everybody must know that's his assigned seat, and he always talks to the president, always looks very friendly. And then he gets like 2 times to talk to the King of England with the president about cars or something. I mean, it's just bizarre. So somehow he's doing it really well, but there has to be a point that he has not crossed yet. And maybe it's just not something he wants to talk about.
Right.
Maybe that's just his choice. I mean, I kind of respect that he deals with domestic matters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to deal with foreign affairs, but like, I care much less about what's happening in, Ukraine and Russia and even Iraq and Iran than I do here. Like,
right.
Take care of us. But it is kind of weird.
And the last, I mean, you can kind of see it. If you want to stay up there and be effective, then you kind of have to thread that needle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're Massey and the others and that's a hill you want to die, then so be it. But also if you're Burchett and the others, like, do I really want to pick that fight, or do I want to keep staying effective with, so I get it.
What are we doing when we come back? Oh, an election preview. Are we going to go through each race and say what? Are we going to give predictions?
If y'all are good with that, I think that'd be fun.
Oh Lord,
Gotta
let's
write
just
it
go
down.
ahead.
And quickly dive in 2 minutes on England.
Oh yeah,
that was big.
That's true.
Let's see how on Tuesdays I run elections. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Oh yeah, she's just going to tell us who's going to win. That's
Exactly.
You don't even need to watch the
ballots
news.
are pre-filled out.
I think we got to go. We'll be back. In our, kind of what we want to lobby for in Montgomery, what do you see coming next quadrennium as well?
Yeah, I think you're right. First of all, the first part of your question, I think, it's almost because of the social media and the world we live in today, it's changed. It's almost about what we've done today instead of what we've done over the past quadrennium. And Scott's right. I mean, if you Google the most conservative legislative body in the country, it's going to come up Alabama's number one. And it's because of the bills that you mentioned, a lot of them. I mean, the tax cuts has been $1.5 billion in the last 4 years alone. We've had a tax cut in every session. We got one this session on overtime. So, I mean, it's been a good 4 years. Our body has worked extremely hard. We got good men and women that serve. And Scott was talking about the reason he run for the chairman. I mean, the reason I got in leadership was because we were going through a turmoil when I first got elected, as you remember, with the Hubbard and all that went on with him and the governor and even the Supreme Court justice. That was all at one time within a few months of each other. So the reason I ran at the time is because some of the best people I had ever met, I served with in the House of Representatives. And I thought, if we can give them a platform where we can show the kind of people they are and let people know we serve with good people, and we really do. I mean, Scott and I are both the same way. I mean, there's not a place that I go in this state that I can't pick up a phone and say, listen, my car is broke down. Can you come and help me? And I promise you, within just a period of time, you'd have help from somebody. So that was my intent in getting in and running for leadership to begin with. So I think those people are still serving. Some of the faces change as we go forward. But, our state has been blessed. I mean, we have had the most successful run in economic development in the state's history. We're in the top 5 in shipbuilding, automobiles, airplanes, and now being a Lawston and with the submarine. I mean, we've never seen that before. Research, we're in the top 5. Agriculture, we're actually number 2. I mean, our state is moving at a pace that we have never seen before. And I think sometimes we always wonder what we can do next. But I think we also got to look back and celebrate what we have done too.
So let's talk, because it's happening very soon. The closed primary bill came through Matt Simpson's committee. What is the bill exactly, and what are the plans for it?
Yeah, I don't mind talking on this one at all. I think I'll let you talk about the plans for it, and I'll just kind of discuss. So I watched it because we had a public hearing last week. Ernie Arborough is a sponsor, and I think it's time. It's time for us to pick our party lines and pick your teams and support your teams and vet the people that are going to be a part of your team, right? So right now, if you're a Democrat, you can literally you can participate in our primaries if you want to, right? Basically, if this bill becomes law, when you go and when they ask you after your driver's license, your valid driver's license at the polls, they're going to ask you Republican or Democrat. And whatever you request is you just registered, right? So then we already got a law now that if you do pick a Republican ballot and there's a runoff, you can't flip-flop, right? So if you're a Democrat, you can't vote in our runoffs. That's already law. So we might as well just do it with the primaries as well. But let's say you want to change your mind. 60 days before the next primary, all you do is fill out paperwork and you can change your decision. Now, 60 days was the big question mark. And I found out it's because that's when the absentees were sent out. So that was the only reason why, because 30 days, some thought that had been more appropriate. Wasn't feasible just because of the absentee ballots. But I think at the end of the day, we've got different parties. I mean, you picked your sides. You're on the team. I don't see the big deal personally. I think it gives more structure to our party, to each party, to the Democrats and Republicans. They don't want us middling in theirs, and we don't want them middling in ours, right? So I just think it's a solid move moving forward for our election integrities.
Do you see it passing the House?
I
And
do.
what
I
are the
do.
chances in the Senate?
I think we get it through the House. I think there will be conversation, and we've talked about that some. I mean, we've always tried to be, as Speaker with the gal, we always try to be amenable to both sides, in a debate. And I know that we'll probably have a lot of debate on the bill. After a period of time, we'll move forward. If we have to cloture, we will. I do think we'll be able to get it out of the House. I'll be surprised if we don't. Of course, we'll go into caucus meeting tomorrow. We'll have a better idea where everybody stands and what they're thinking. And that's when they get a chance to hear whatever they have to say, good, bad, or ugly. And so we'll get to see that tomorrow and have a good idea. But I feel good about it. I think we can get it out of the House. And one thing for sure, we'll know Thursday.
Let's look ahead to a Governor Tuberville administration. Those are big changes that are on the horizon. Talk to us about what you guys hope will happen. What kind of changes, what kind of legislation? I know we want to keep on this path.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. So we hope you're doing well.
Dumb.
It's so dumb. All right, look, we are rolling into prognosticating about tomorrow.
Abs is on her lexicon's on fire today.
What was the other one?
She said pomposity.
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 No.
Which other one did I say?
Propensity.
Propensity?
No, it was pomposity.
Well, what does that even mean?
Pompous, like
pompous.
Yeah, pompous.
Plus ty.
Oh.
Pomposity is the behavior or quality of being overly serious, self-important, and pretentious.
I know lots of pompastic people.
Yeah.
Pompous.
Is legitify
Munches.
a word?
No.
Legitify?
Yeah.
Nope.
Can we make it up?
Yes.
Legitify is a company.
But it's not a word. It's a word now.
Do you know what it means, though?
I mean, to make legitimate.
Yeah.
All this talk
should
of
use it.
elections. Can we get Freddy's tomorrow? They're like smash burger that's like a taco.
You've talked about it before, and
I'm
I've
going to
never
have to
had
have
it.
one today. I am so stressed out
I'm
by
very hungry right now.
I am too.
Like my stomach was growling in the break.
Look, I know we have a meeting, but I really think I need Freddy's smash burger taco. Those things are so good. It's probably like, anyway. All right, look, very quickly. The only encouraging thing I took out of the weekend, there are two things. One, America is we're waking up. Okay. Number two, England is taking her country back. The Brits showed up and showed out, and it was a sight to behold. Did y'all see any of that went on?
I did. I'm trying
This is
to
absolutely incredible.
find a video.
Saw the liberals standing on the bridge crying as they were walking through the streets.
Why were
asking to
they
take
crying?
back their country? Because they're just such bigots and they're so racist because they don't like little girls getting raped. So sad.
They should cry. That's terrible.
Just you love who you love.
That makes no sense.
Holy schmoly.
That's real. Watch this. This is unbelievable. Keep watching.
What? I haven't
Keep
seen this angle.
Watching.
Okay, see the people up here? Those are all the libtards crying.
Wow. I'm glad there's like 7 of them. I mean, this is unbelievable. And they tried to say, oh, it's like about 50,000 people. Oh, it's about 50,000 people. And the people there are like,
what
oh,
the
no.
hell county?
I know.
Okay.
I know. It's vast space in England.
They had to bust those people in. I don't know what y'all are talking about. There's the AOC's down there, Hakeem Jeffries,
Ayanna Presley,
What?
she's there. Yes, ma'am. Oh, darling. The Brits are saying we've woken up the lion
wow.
and we are back because we've had enough of what's going on there.
It did not have to be this way, though.
No, it didn't. It didn't. And what started the whole problem, Sinclair?
I can't say it.
I think you can.
You can.
I think you can say it, Captain.
The Muslims.
Did you say it?
Captain.
Captain.
I said it.
Look,
It's suicidal empathy, open borders. We are one. No, we are not. We are incompatible.
Perhaps it's the king giving a Ramadan celebration.
and doing the
Ramadan.
feast of Eid. I don't
Ed
know.
Mubarak.
Thank you. I listen. I think Britain is one of my favorite countries. Okay, but it's vast and it's a beautiful thing to see all the people showing out.
Oh my gosh, I have to
tea
take
and
this phone call.
crumpets. Oh goodness. Okay.
Oh, goodness me.
Okay, I'm so glad you're in the accent. So the situation is the Brits have said, oh, no, not so fast, sirs and ma'am. We are back. We are taking our country back. We do not anymore want a public that arrests you for social media posts that go against the immigrants, that go against the people just speaking freely. We don't want any of that, so we'll arrest you. And what we won't do is we won't arrest the men who are raping little girls. We won't do any of that. And the British this weekend said, oh no, led by Tommy Robinson, the man who went to jail for speaking freely and telling the truth about what was happening, because they said, we don't want England to become like the other 53 other countries where it's Islamist rule, because wherever they go, they will ultimately rule. That's just the way they do. Look at history for the last 1,000 years. And Britain said, not so fast. And I say, bravo!
You know, Abs, I think that is your best accent.
JP.
You do a better British accent than British people. That was remarkable.
JP, thank you. Thank you, sir. That just left me fast. I have to say the word fast. It gets me in the right accent.
Are you sure there's no English in your chain of ancestry?
I'm sure there might be, but in my husband's family, there's definitely.
Me too.
You can see where they left from and where they ended up. And I'd like to tell you that there's some Irish there as well.
Oh, yeah, me too.
So I have asked them if they could find a castle. But, great things happened in England. And I say, bring it back. Bring it back. JP, all right, now on to Tamara and the elections.
Now she's back in her. We got a primary tomorrow.
And I want to tell you that as the clerk of the court, I'd like to tell people that you no longer going to be able to use those kind of papers that you invented yourself and you just cut your own ballot out. That ain't going to work. It's just going to be real ballots and real protection, even though the ballot counting actually happens in Omaha, Nebraska. Nobody wants to hear that part. Just go look at our interview with Douglas Frank to know I'm telling you the truth. All right, JP.
Mm-hmm.
Sinclair has taken way too long, but I think she's going to work it out for us.
She's solving all of our problems.
Good. She is the power.
She is the power. Yes, the power.
The power.
Well, she had to take a call to determine who's going to win a certain race tomorrow, so she's still working.
Secret. We don't want to tell anybody. JP, do you honestly think people don't? People know, right? Like they know. They know that we're kidding, right?
What? We're kidding?
Are we?
I'm dead serious.
I know.
I think I just heard a specific candidate now.
It's just all so ridiculous. Like when we could be focusing on the issues, we're focusing on silly things. And so, you know what we say, guys? We meet ridiculousness with even more ridiculousness. That is satire. And that is humor. Tomorrow, number one, do you think that the weather will affect turnout, or are people just going to turn out because it's May and they're happy they've made it through another school year?
Is it supposed to rain tomorrow? I don't know.
My husband's a family weatherman.
Well, I got a literal meteorologist in my family.
Well, I know. What does he say about tomorrow?
I need to ask. But I don't know. I'm interested to see the turnout altogether because, and Allison and I talked about this last week.
Yeah.
We're kind of in our own echo bubble, echo chamber of these races. These races are everything to us because this is our job. But then you kind of step out into the non-political world and people are like, what does the lieutenant governor even do? So it's kind of interesting. I'd be curious to see how many races go to a runoff. I think at least 2 that I'm pretty confident will go to a runoff, but I'd be interested to see if more, just because of the lack of turnout, or I could be wrong and we could see a booming turnout. But that is the main thing I'm interested in, because there's still a lot of undecideds with a lot of these races with these polls, which is just baffling to me. Like, how do you? But then again, like when I step out of my political bubble, on weekends and go, like with the wedding this weekend with my family, and somebody made a comment about how they cannot wait for this election season to be over so they could stop seeing political ads and go. And then I sit there and I'm like, how can you not? Like, I don't like, I get it. Not being politics. It's not for everybody for politics and talking politics to be your job like it is ours, but you have to care a little bit, like, but my question is, does the oversaturation of ads make people not want to pay attention? Is it the constant negativity and shoving it down your throat where you just don't want to care? But I am shocked by that sometimes, of like, these are important. Like, these people, this is the election. Like, I know you want to think midterms, but this right here is literally the election in Alabama when you have a Republican state like this. It's like, and these races are important. This is who you're sending to represent you. This is who you're sending to be the top law enforcement officer in your state. This is who you're sending. Like, this is important. And so I don't know. We could see, like I said, a booming turnout, but I just continue to be surprised by the lack of, or the percentage of undecided in the elections tomorrow.
I believe it is because of what you said, but it's also a reason why we exist. People don't care outside of our bubble. They just do not care. They do not know how it relates to their life. They're going to churches that pastors are saying, not like our church, whose pastor is incredible. And we thank you for all the pastors who are telling your congregants to get involved. It is our responsibility. It seems foolish that God would write a whole book and continually emphasize personal responsibility. You won't work, you won't eat. I'm not going to give the land to you guys if you don't go fight for it. I mean, it's constant. So this idea that we would not want to be responsible for our communities blows my mind. But it's also that people fail to connect the dots as to why it's important. And that's why we exist. We want to help continually connect the dots so that we all understand why this is important. Our listeners, our friends, our army knows, but we've got to be ready to tell people it's important, because you get rallies like you have on Saturday that are exhausting, filled with lies from communities, 2 districts in Alabama that are not flourishing. And if you want that to change, you have to vote. That's why it matters. Or we influence policy, or we influence change through policy. You want something changed? Don't just whine about it. Vote it out or vote it in. That's why we're here, in part, is to help people connect all the dots. So, now, that being said, how about let's start top down, because that's the easiest way to start. And here are my questions. Who wins? What are you doing? What's so funny? What?
We're not going to talk about it on there. I'll tell you off air.
This is the best day ever. So excited.
Okay.
Yeah. What did I miss?
We just
Hold
talked
on.
about, when you we kind of carried on the conversation, Allison, we had last week about when you leave your echo chamber of politicos and go into the world that aren't as engaged in politics, and like how surprising it is that tomorrow's the primary day and people are still undecided on like such important races. But somebody in my family, at the wedding this weekend was like, we were at one of the cabins and it was an anti-somebody ad that ran. I won't say who. And they were like, I just can't wait for the political season to be over and like I can stop seeing these. But and in my head, I'm like, okay, I get it. If your politics isn't your job like it is for ours, and it shouldn't be for everybody. But these races are important, and you need to care at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, this is your top law enforcement officer, the people you send to DC to represent you. Like, just care a little bit. I don't know. But and we were talking about what we think the turnout would be overall. With so many undecideds on important races the day before the election, or maybe these undecideds will go and just go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yeah. And we hate that could be true, but some people may do that.
I think that's a really good point, actually, because that could, I think voter turnout when Trump is not on the ballot, it's low. And generally the primaries are low. And depending on who comes out, I think that is why these races, some of these races in particular, are so unpredictable. Like you look at the U.S. Senate race, I don't even know. I think it's going to a runoff.
I do too.
I think Barry Moore will make the runoff no matter what. Might be Jared Hudson, could be Steve Marshall. Part of me thinks Barry Moore could win it all tomorrow. And then I go, Steve Marshall could win it all tomorrow. Jared Hudson could win. Like, I have no idea because of what you're saying, that undecided and that, I don't know. It's just a primary.
Yeah.
I don't really, I'd rather go to lunch with my girlfriends.
This is the election. You know, I said this too. Like, this is the, I don't know. And that's where we come in to kind of express the importance. But I'm just so tired of, and maybe it's just the nonstop ads. That's the thing, shoving it down people's throats. So I just want to watch football. I just want to watch whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, speaking, this was breaking 30 minutes ago. Trump to hold tele-rally for Barry Moore tonight on eve of Senate primary. So Trump will be holding what even is a tele-rally?
Trump and Barry are going to be on the phone and you can dial in and listen.
Hundreds
and
of
maybe ask questions. I don't know.
Hundreds of thousands of Alabama voters are expected to join by phone as Trump rallies support for Barry Moore, whom he called, this is from Yellowhammer, a
Hundreds
fantastic
of
guy.
Thousands?
Voters can call and it lists the number 833-746.
Can you put up the graphic?
The graphic?
Do you have the graphic? Oh, there's a graphic for it on social media. Okay.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
I was going to say in case people want to call in.
But yeah, that's tonight too.
I feel like hundreds of thousands might be overstating it.
That's like the very definition of hyperbolic.
Can you ask questions?
I don't know.
Let's dial in. What time? 7?
7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah. Why is that funny? I want to.
I'm actually curious.
I mean, wouldn't it be fun to be on? Oh wait,
Barry Moore has my complete endorsement.
Do you think you could ask a question in that voice?
Mr. President, what exactly caused you to endorse Barry Moore for Senate? What a fabulous question that is. Let me answer it.
What would he say?
I don't know. He's a MAGA warrior. He'll be the guy that Alabama needs to fight for your MAGA policies. He supported me day one. Probably something like that.
Yeah, that's good. It's real good.
Yeah, he did.
He really did.
Ugh.
So, number one.
Thank you.
Starting with the districts that are going to have to keep going. What are those districts that are going to have to keep running until August? Because people are like, what?
I think
you
1,
mean
2, 6, and 7. So those 4. 1, 2, 6, and 7. Okay. So you've got that. And so any elections to any of those returns in some of those races are going to get thrown out tomorrow because they don't count.
This is so silly.
That's really dumb. But 1, 2, 6, 7 will keep running until August 11th, right? Okay, so there's that. So that's a little simmering on the pot here. I also feel really bad for people who have to keep running. It's exhausting. Go to the beach, like take a week off, go to the beach, and then get back in it. All right. Number 1, if you had a favorite, what's your favorite race? The race that you're like, that's been a good race.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's different ways to say favorite.
Okay. How about the race you're most excited and you're anticipating the result the most?
I like that.
Like
okay.
you genuinely have no idea how it's going to turn out and you're on the edge of your seat seeing the result for which race.
Okay. Which is for you what?
Senate is up there. However, I'm pretty confident it'll be a runoff. I would say the Attorney General's race.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with too.
I'm interested in that.
And Lieutenant Governor's race will be really interesting too.
Yeah.
So I'm putting it down. So we have the
and the
AG,
Public Service Commission
LG
races,
and then Public Service Commission.
Ooh,
and
I got one.
The Ag Commissioner. There's lots of scuttlebutt going on with the Ag Commissioner race right now.
Yeah.
Let's discuss that tomorrow. That's a whole thing.
Well, you may want to get into it today. I don't know. I haven't read up on it all, but
You want me to just dabble it out there?
Yeah, just dabble what's out there because I don't know what's true. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Somebody brought us some information. Go for it, Abs.
So apparently,
Allegedly,
Christina Werner McGinnis, who's running for ag commissioner, and I have visited her family stores.
She's been on the show.
Her their landscape supply store, killer. All right. But apparently she owns 10% interest in a marijuana growing business. Is that fair?
Yeah, but
it's cannabis.
But is it hemp?
Okay, that's the thing. It could be hemp,
Listen,
which is legal and actually helps a lot of.
Is it in Alabama? You can't grow weed in Alabama.
Well, we're going to look right now.
Because cannabis.
All right, here we go.
I mean, hemp comes from the
plant, but it's used for textures and others,
All right, here we go. We've got an answer. Alabama medical let's see.
I don't know if that really
I
gives
don't think
you an
that
answer.
really gives me an answer.
It's called
okay.
Flowerwood.
Medical cannabis.
Oh.
Medical.
Well, then that's legal.
So
yeah,
but is that medical cannabis, which by the way, can already be prescribed by doctors. It's called Marinol, and they already have access to it. So let's just put that out there. Let's not pretend that if you have a medical condition, you can't get it. You already can. But if there is medical cannabis, are we worried about it? We being the collective we, not necessarily us. Are we worried about it because it is the gateway to legalizing weed in the state of Alabama? Is that the real concern?
Well,
but she owns how much? I don't have my glasses on.
10%.
10%.
That's what you said.
Yep.
But I mean, I think there are two separate issues here. You can have the philosophical, the question about whether medical marijuana or marijuana and whatever is the gateway drug to whatever. And then you have, is it a problem when your potential ag commissioner owns 10% in a cannabis farm?
Mm-hmm.
Two separate issues. Y'all are just going to have to, I mean, is it true though? Does she? From what we're hearing,
this is allegedly what's out there.
This is totally
Okay.
allegedly. So that's out there. Questions from a friend of ours. Does Flowerwood have plans to utilize its integrated facility license to grow, process, and sell marijuana? So there is that from medical into, is it going to become more? But also, as an ag commissioner, can you have ownership in something you would benefit from while in office? That's also a deal.
and maybe she'll divest if she wins. I don't know. I haven't checked into it. I'm just trying
I've
to
only
think off the
glanced at
cuff.
it and just, I don't know. I saw it, but again, when it's first thing in the morning or on the weekend, we're not necessarily going to be able to get to all the things, but we'll eventually get there. So we're looking.
Should we correct ourselves on the Wes Allen accusation that we lobbed last week too?
But there's no correction.
Well,
true.
no, we did. There is a
tell
little
me.
bit of a correction.
Okay. Well, a technicality.
Yeah.
What is it?
It did not directly come from the American Conservative Fund, but it came from the same pool.
Wes Allen, we were having a discussion about the American Conservative Fund and all the gambling money that's coming into the state. And JP said on air, didn't Wes Allen take money from the American Conservative Fund? And I was like, I don't know. You know, we were kind of hashing out. We were trying to look it up and it's really hard to find some of those things. And so what we found out was, yes, he did take, we were talking about the coalition, Eagle Forum, that was requesting an answer to looking into, they sent API, you missed this, API, Eagle Forum, 9 different organizations sent a letter to Steve Marshall and Wes Allen asking them to investigate the American Conservative Fund and the gambling money that's coming in. They had 10 days to respond, and they hadn't within those 10 days. And so JP said, didn't Wes Allen take money from the American Conservative Fund? Not didn't West Allen have a mailer put out from the American Conservative Fund? Okay. Looking into it, West Allen took money from SV and B, which receives their money from the American Conservative Fund.
Okay.
And he did actually take money from them. He took a donation. So it all goes back to the semantics of a PAC can put out any mailer, any ad they want to on you, and you don't have much to say. If you take their money, though, that is a very different story.
Yeah.
Yes, it
and
is.
he took the money.
Yeah.
So we were saying, is that why he's not responding? Turns out he did respond. Did y'all see that?
I did not.
He did respond and said he had no comment, that they don't comment on ongoing investigations or maybe potential investigations. I don't know.
Okay.
It's probably a legit comment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you're investigating a murder, you don't go tell everybody you're in murder investigation. But this kind of goes back to West Allen too. West Allen has used how many millions of dollars? Kind of pulled a Kristi Noem. That's what people are talking about, of using the Secretary of State's office to put out ads and things to build his name as Secretary of State while he's running for the lieutenant governor's position. Kristi Noem got fired for that, basically. She was doing all her horseback riding. But is it illegal? I don't know. I mean, he could argue, and he's an attorney. He would know the rules, I would think. Like, he can argue, I'm just promoting elections. John Merrill did the same thing. Remember, John Merrill did everything with, like, he had the
dear.
posters with, like, Lionel Richie.
Oh, dear.
I wasn't really into politics.
Okay,
Vaguely.
John, yeah, he did a lot of get out the vote in terms of like go vote election stuff. So maybe that's just what West Allen's doing. But a lot of people are kind of like, it's a little bit of self promotion.
Yeah. Can I add one more race? It's not a statewide race to throw in the mix that I'm really, really, really curious about is the Lomax Mo Brooks race.
Oh,
my district.
That's your district. Yeah.
That's my district.
That's a big question mark,
because this is kind of like the state level of the kind of like the same Massey of James Lomax got bankrolled, and this is not like this is true from the American Conservative Fund with his I mean, I go home and I hear from my family in Huntsville the amount of mailers every day, like multiple every single day from the American Conservative Fund for Lomax. Like, he is, and this is not, like I said, this is factual. Like, he is simply getting tremendous support from these super PACs, whereas Mo Brooks has made a big stand. He was kind of the one that broke the story about the American Conservative Fund and how much money they're sending statewide. So that is one I'm very curious to see who's going to win. I know Tommy Battle last week came out and endorsed Lomax. So that's one, like I said, it's not statewide, but I'm very curious to see the result from that one, because Mo Brooks is very polarizing. Like, you either love him or you hate him. Everybody knows, has a thought on Mo Brooks, it seems like, in the state. So I'm very curious to see what the result of that race will be.
Oh, my sweet Emmy was just texting me with all the names. We're about to talk about them. I got to send her my list.
All the names?
All the names on the ballot. She's like, okay. She like literally listed all of them.
Oh, that she needs to know about?
We need to talk through. She's like, okay, which ones? I like it. I love it. Paying attention. Trying to figure it out.
Paying attention.
Yeah, because that's a big thing about the American Conservative Fund. And that's another reason why we exist, is to figure out what's true. And then so we know what to do about it. Because where you get your money from is also what you're going to do. That's why that matters. It's that simple, isn't it?
It is. And we actually talked about this too last week. There are people that can still take money and not do the bidding, but they're rare. So
yeah. It's true. It's really hard to turn those dollars. All right. Do you have like a 10-second would you rather?
Would you?
Oh, no.
What? I can't say it.
Oh.
I think I take him out. Let's go.
Hey, okay, I got one. I don't know if we should ask this one or not. Would you rather accidentally clog the toilet on a first date or on your first day at a new job?
New job, 100%,
New
because
job.
you could blame it on probably millions of other people in the office. First date, you're in trouble.
I got sick on my first date with my husband.
Like threw up.
No, you've told the story before.
Yeah, I feel like
Off
you did,
air.
but
Off
I can't
air.
remember.
First day at the job, let's say.
She's lived it.
I've lived it.
What about you, JP?
Horrifying.
I guess it depends. If it's just you and one other person, that first day on the job's not great.
I'll go first day at a new job. Yeah. There's no really coming back from the aura debt of that on a first date. That's pretty bad.
Or a debt.
Where you can move on and you can just, you know what, I'll find another
Or it
job.
works out.
But if you like found the one and then that happens, man. No pun
Literally.
intended. But if she's the one, then maybe she doesn't care.
See,
You
it
know?
works out. It
I don't know.
does.
That was good. Oh, y'all, I'm already tired and it's not even Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We need to rest up for tomorrow's a big day.
We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know where we will be streaming live from. There's a few options since the church said no. But either way, it's going to be a ton of fun. We will be tailgating to make elections fun again. We will be back. So y'all make good choices. Check that ballot once and check it twice and stay on the right side. See y'all tomorrow.